Don't be afraid, you can do it. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. We've got to make the small things unforgettable. Do you create anything, or just criticize others' work and belittle their motivations? The important point is to not just follow your passion but something larger than yourself. Deciding what not to do is as important as deciding what to do. Without passion, any rational person would give up. Start small, think big. Don't worry about too many things at once. Take a handful of simple things to begin with, and then progress to more complex ones. Think about not just tomorrow, but the future. But most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask, and that's what separates the people who do things from the people who just dream about them. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life, so love what you do. Your time is limited. Don't waste it. The hardest thing when you think about focusing, you think focusing is about saying yes. No, focusing is about saying no. And when you say no, you piss off people. Do your best at every job. Don't sleep. Success generates more success, so be hungry for it. Hire good people with a passion for excellence. If you want to hire great people and have them stay, you have to be run by ideas, not hierarchy. The best ideas have to win. You cannot mandate productivity. You must provide the tools to let people become their best. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. You're already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. Quality is more important than quantity. One home run is much better than 2 doubles. You've got to start with the customer experience and work back toward the technology, not the other way around. If you want to live your life in a creative way, as an artist, you have to not look back too much. You have to be willing to take whatever you've done and whoever you were and throw them away. If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you'll most certainly be right. Older people sit down and ask, "What is it?" But the boy asks, "What can I do with it?" Details matter. It's worth waiting to get it right. I think if you do something and it turns out pretty good, then you should go do something else wonderful. Not dwell on it for too long. Just figure out what's next. I began to realize that an intuitive understanding and consciousness was more significant than abstract thinking and intellectual logical analysis. Intuition is a very powerful thing, more powerful than intellect, in my opinion. That's had a big impact on my work. Focus and simplicity. Once you get there, you can move mountains. Get closer than ever to your customers, so close that you tell them what they need well before they realize it themselves. You have to have a lot of passion for what you do, because if you don't, any rational person would give up. If you are working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. Overnight success stories take a long time. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. Intuition is a very powerful thing, more powerful than intellect. That's been one of my mantras, focus and simplicity. Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you get there, you can move mountains. You can't look at the competition and say you're going to do it better. You have to look at the competition and say you're going to do it differently. Let's go invent tomorrow instead of worrying about what happened yesterday. To go forward, you have to leave something behind. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Whatever you do, you must never let the voice in your head control the brain in your heart. If you don't have a passion, you'll give up. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. The only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. It doesn't make sense to hire smart people and tell them what to do. We hire smart people so they can tell us what to do. The problem with the internet startup craze isn't that too many people are starting companies, it's that too many people aren't sticking with it. Great things in business are never done by one person, they're done by a team of people. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. If you define the problem correctly, you almost have the solution. Do not try to do everything, do one thing well. It takes a lot of hard work to make something simple. Innovation is the ability to see change as an opportunity, not a threat. The most important decisions you make are not the things you do, but the things you decide not to do. Learn continually, there's always one more thing to learn. Each dream you leave behind is a part of your future that will no longer exist. Strategy is figuring out what not to do. If you keep your eye on the profit, you're going to skimp on the product. But if you focus on making really great products, then the profits will follow. Your customers don't care about you. They don't care about your product or service. They care about themselves, their dreams, and their goals. Now, they will care much more if you help them reach their goals. And to do that, you must understand their goals as well as their needs and deepest desires. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle.